Hey fellow expeditionists, we're at Fern Nature Preserve.
Fern Cliff Nature Preserve is a designated National Natural Landmark located near Greencastle, Indiana, managed by the Nature Conservancy. The preserve is 157 acres of upland forest and sandstone ravines, with an old abandoned sandstone quarry on the north end of the preserve that was the source for the sand used in the first Coca-Cola bottles ever made that featured the green tinted glass that is now considered a collector's item. Fern Cliff has long been on my list of places to visit as far as nature preserves go here in Indiana. Now, I can't really say why we never have. It's not that far out of the way. I always complained about living in Indiana, how it's so flat and mostly cornfields. But once you get below a certain line in Indiana, basically pretty close to central Indiana and on south, it really does change a lot. And it gets a lot more hilly, and you find a lot more forested areas than you do in the northern half of Indiana. This is my magic wand. It vanquishes spider webs. Very warm and rainy past few days. Just mushrooms and toadstools and all. All the fungi really likes that. I guess there is a trail right there, isn't there?
Looks like it, although it is kind of overgrown.
Do you want me to lead through that?
Yeah.
Alright. Once you get to the bottom of these roots, it ain't so bad. Push through this lush greenery here. Careful on this rock I'm holding. Looks like we got us a slug.
Oh.
Looks like slug-o-vision. Alright. Gee, I don't know why they call it Fern Cliffs, huh, Catfish?
No.
Oh, this is pretty cool.
It is.
Look at how alive this rock wall is. All the greenery on this thing. Wow. That's some really ooey gooey fungi we got on this one. I think Shrek might have sneezed on this log. For us Indiana folk, I would say if you like the ravines and such that you find in places like Shades and Turkey Run, you would most likely like this little nature preserve as well. Very similar terrain, at least in this little spot, and very much like the ravines there. back here, off to the, I think it's be off to the north of the main cliffs. We have what immediately appears as some kind of foundation, very long foundation, but it's actually from an old quarry. We're going to step up on it here. So there was a quarry here many years ago. This is where sand was dug up and quarried in the early days for Coca-Cola. And the very first Coca-Cola bottles that had the greenish tint to them came from the sand quarried down here. So that's what we're standing in right now. The old sand quarry that made your original green tinted Coke bottles. It almost feels like you're hiking around ancient ruins, doesn't it, Catfish?
Yeah, it does.
But it's just a quarry from about 100 years ago. Who would have thought to come down to a spot like this, out in the woods by a little creek in the middle of nowhere, to quarry a specific sand that just happens to give you a greenish tint. Whoa. So there's the main little canyon area that we went down into at first.
Cool.
Yeah, it is cool. Alright, so that is Fern Cliff Nature Preserve. Small preserve that's big on scenery and big on history. And so much life on those rock walls.
Still not sure why they call it Fern Cliff.
Alright, we're out of here. Till next time.
Peace out.